Okay, welcome back. Last time we did some things in the Glittering Cave in Ambret Town. We caught a Cubone that I've named Ryuji, who is now on the team. And in between episodes, I also trained up the Hop-Up that I caught a couple of episodes back, mostly just so I could have Skiploom as a safety precaution for this next gym. So, I also revived a fossil that became a Surviper. However, because I already have a Surviper, that's dupes, so I'm going to use that as a token for another encounter somewhere else. I'll get that token encounter at a later time, but I'll mention it when I go and do it. And obviously I'll do it like in an episode, so it's all like above board and everything. However, I also have a Hawlucha here, because while I was doing my grinding, I encountered a shiny Hawlucha. Okay, so I was just doing my grinding to get everything up to the levels I need for the next gym, and I encountered a shiny Hawlucha, which is honestly very welcome. Partially because, one, it's a shiny that I just found at full odds, so I'm very happy about that, and two, well, honestly, I think shiny Hawlucha just looks really cool. So, hopefully it'll just stay in the ball and work with me. Because it's a shiny, let's go for the Premier Ball, make it stand out a little bit more. In it goes. 1. Okay, kicked out at 1. 10 out of 10. Okay, the Rocky Helmet does a bit of chip damage. Okay, so, now we'll throw the Luxury Ball at it, see if this works. Will it kick out at 1 this time? 1, 2, 3. And we win! Let's go! We have a shiny Hawlucha. 10 out of 10. So, now I have the potential to use a shiny Hawlucha in playthrough. I do have the EXP shell just to make grinding go a little bit faster. But now we have Hawlucha, the wrestling Pokemon. And honestly, I think the shiny looks so cool. And now the question becomes, how do I approach this next gym? Because I'll be real, well, my team is not very well set up for this, I don't think. Okay, first things first, let's go and acquire some new clothes. So I will also just mention straight away, I am not, like, a fashionable person at all. So, yeah, basically, any fashion, any design, any, like, outfit choices I make in this game, I will just apologize in advance. Actually, the green and the brown might not be too bad. Yeah, let's go with the green and the brown, but I'm gonna buy the purple anyway. And I'll get some new shoes. Actually, yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, I think that works. I think yeah, I think that works. Is it maybe a bit much? Maybe, but hey, it's okay. If nothing else, I'll continue to adapt and change the outfit as I go through the game. And that will cost 6,900 Poké Dollars. However, I am going to buy... Actually, no, I won't. Okay, so let's go and just pick up a couple more items before I go and challenge the gym. So, first things first, if I go into this hotel, I can talk to this lovely little couple over here. Sleep can cure all of life's problems. You should let your Pokemon get some rest. So now we have the TM for rest, which is Trick Room. And this lady says, I just love talking in my sleep, you should give it a try too. And TM... Okay, Iron Tail could come in very handy here. So, let's quickly... Actually, I should see if I can teach anything of that. But I can do that another time. I'll get the bike before I leave town. And let's go and actually challenge the gym, which is up this cliff face. So off we go. And this is the gym leader. Oh dear, if you're here for the bicycle race, I'm afraid you're too late. The race is over, and I took first place. I feel bad that you missed it. Here, allow me to give you this Strength HM in consolation. If one of your Pokemon uses this move, it'll be able to push large rocks around. I will probably, like, go around and use Strength to just kind of push things into place. It's just kind of in previous areas, in between episodes. And I should probably do the same thing with Cut, to be honest. However, if you want to use this move outside of battle, you'll first need a badge from this gym that I run in the city. On that note, I'll be waiting for you in the gym. Come challenge me at your leisure. Okay, so before I do that, I'm actually going to I'm going to keep going up here and just do a lap of the town, I suppose. Because if I go in this cave, this is the connecting cave. So I've already had an encounter in here. I need strength to get to that TM. However, there is another person in here who will give me a TM. which could come in very handy. Honestly, Whisper could come in pretty handy. Whisper's a nice little Pokemon to have. Okay, so... now, what will this person give me? I can't get out of here and it's all your fault. Sorry, I just had some frustration to vent. Here, have this as my apology. And, sorry, my controller went off for a second. Wait, Secret Sword. Secret Sword could come in very handy, and since it's replaced Frustration, I can teach basically anything that. Okay, yeah, we are teaching that to Apollo immediately. I'll get rid of Fire Spin and teach it Secret Sword. That is really good. Does physical damage? Honestly, I'm not even mad. Okay, so I guess it uses my physical... I guess it uses the physical defense stat, but my special attack. Or something. And I can teach Iron Tail as well. Iron Tail could come in handy. No, the low accuracy it would come back to be a potential issue. Anyway, let's go and challenge for gym. Anything? Do you want to be a shiny? No? Just a Meditite? Okay. Okay, so, pretty much, in this gym, there are 4 trainers, I think, before the gym leader. And I'm hopefully going to get through all of them, but there is one that I am a little bit worried about, and might just avoid as a result. Okay, so, okay, we found some Stardust. That's kind of nice. I can sell that for 1,000 Poké Dollars. Now, let's just go down here. Wait, what's that item? Just because I will forget about it, otherwise I'm going to go pick it up now. A scope lens. I'm very glad that I went and got that. Which one's the scope lens again, actually? That boosts crit chance. Let's give that to Tentacool. Because honestly, if I can pull just random crits out of nowhere, that could come in extremely handy. Okay, let's head on into this gym. So, this gym is a rock-type gym, as you can tell, and I just need to climb this massive climbing wall to reach the gym leader. Hey, it's a future champ. What's going down? This is the rock-type gym, but you already figured that out, am I right? Rock-types are great, aren't they? Weak to steel, water, and all kinds of things. Now check out that wall. You can climb it if you start from one of those blue spots. Left, right, up, down, you'll need to climb every which way to reach the gym leader. Okay, so off we go. So this first trainer will have 2 Pokemon. He will have a Dwebble, and he will have a Relicanth. I'm not too worried about the Dwebble, I am worried about the Relicanth, however. So I am going to lead with my Tentacool. I'm going to use Acid once, just to break the Sturdy, and then I'll Bubble Beam, and that should probably knock it out from there. Feint Attack shouldn't hit for all that much damage, hits for 17, that's fine by me. Now, we just go for the Bubble Beam and knock out Dwebble from there. Fantastic. So, up next is Relicanth, and we are now up to level 24. You know what, maybe I should teach... I should double check. I should teach Secret Sword to Tentacool as well. That could come in very handy. So Relicanth will more than likely go for Rock Tomb here. So I'm going to pivot and switch into Cubone to predict the Rock Tomb. And then it'll probably go for Water Gun, which means I can pivot and switch out to Skiploom. And Skiploom should probably be safe, I think. Honestly, what would have probably been a safer... Okay, I went for Yawn. Okay. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to switch to Fiora just for a little bit of safety, I think. So I say I'm going to switch to my Furfrou here, because, okay, well, one, that was a crit. That would have absolutely just killed Skiploom outright. But now, I can reduce this thing's attack stat and make it just a bit less of a threat. I say a bit less because, honestly, it's still going to hit pretty hard and it still has Water Gun. And honestly, the fear of it using Water Gun is kind of going to keep me from actually just switching back into Ryuji here. But at -3 attack, I don't think this thing should be all that much of an issue. However, I do want to switch out, just for a little bit of safety. I am going to switch back out to Skiploom, and hopefully at -3 it can take a hit. Okay, Water Gun hits for 5. That's fine. Now I can paralyze it with Stun Spore. So if nothing else, this thing is basically gutted. Okay, there's Rock Tomb. It's at -3. We should at least live. But we get reduced speed. Okay, I'm going to use Synthesis to heal. I probably shouldn't. I probably should have just switched out for safety. And, okay, there's the paralysis, and now I can land Bullet Seed on it. This is quad effective stab, but honestly, Skiploom's attack stat is basically non-existent, so I should probably know. This is a modest Skiploom, which actually just gave me a moment of... which actually just made me think for a second. Why did I not teach it Secret Sword? I should just teach it Secret Sword. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna switch out to Apollo, and Apollo can hopefully just hit it with a couple of Secret Swords and finish this fight off. Because, I'll be honest, yeah, I'm starting to get tired of looking at this Relicanth, because it has stayed on my screen for too long. Actually, Secret Sword is... I think Secret Sword is Keldio's move, right? Because Sacred Sword is the one that all the other Swords of Justice have, right? So, I don't think I've ever actually had a Pokemon that uses Secret Sword. I think I do have an event Keldeo, like, in the box in Omega Ruby, but I don't really remember it. Anyway, all my Pokemon just got a ton of experience for fighting that Relicanth. That is a real team-building activity, I think. You know, fighting one Pokemon. And, it quite literally took 5 of my 6 Pokemon working together to bring it down. Now, this trainer is completely optional. I could just entirely avoid him, but I'm not going to. And I do have a couple of healing items, so I can heal up outside of battle. And honestly, hopefully I won't need to use all of these. To be totally honest, I should probably have just gone back to the Pokemon Center if I'm going to heal that many people, but whatever. So, this guy will have one Pokemon. He will have a Roggenrola. So, this guy has a Roggenrola. The next trainer could be an issue, though. The next trainer kind of scares me a little bit. Because the next trainer has 2 Pokemon, specifically Solrock and Lunatone. Which means they have Psychic type. And that was a ton of damage. The good news about Solrock and Lunatone is I know they won't have Psychic, and I don't think they'll have Confusion. And I don't think they have Psybeam. But that's where kind of an issue comes in. Because I'm pretty sure they have Psywave. And Psywave is unpredictable. Because Psywave is random damage. So basically it could hit me for 1 damage, or it could just one-shot whatever. So, yeah, it could be a little bit of a problem. So, Rising Star Minot is maybe going to be a little bit of an issue for me. But hey, hopefully we can get through without too much hassle. So, hopefully Octo can just bring it all on home without any real worries. There's the Psywave, which hits for 16 that time. That wasn't too bad. And 2 Bubble Beams will be enough to bring it down. Rock Throw hits for... too much. I have to switch out. And, okay, we get the speed drop, so I should be able to outspeed and knock out the Solrock from here. Okay, that's kind of nice. That's good. Okay, so, now the question becomes, who do I switch into to fight this Lunatone? Because, assuming that gives the same amount of EXP, that's about 700, so I can't use Fiora for this. So, I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss as to what to do here. Actually, you know what? I will use Fiora for this. It might be a bad idea, because if Fiora goes up to level 26, I can't use it in the battle against the gym leader himself. And that was a ton of damage with that Psywave, not gonna lie. But honestly, I think this is my safest option. Pretty much, it is... I guess it provides me with a bit of safety now for a little bit of danger later. I mean, to be totally honest, given some of the Pokemon that I have in the PC, and the Pokemon that I'm using on my party, I think I'm kind of just, I'm kind of, you know, flirting with disaster a little bit in this, so anyway. Anyway, with that, we are now ready to, well, fight the last person, because there's one more person before the gym leader. He has 3 Pokemon. He will have a Rhyhorn, a Roggenrola, I think, and he will have an Onix. So let's quickly patch up Tentacool, because Tentacool will need to be ready for this. And also, oh, I just need to tab across for a second. I'm going to move the Rocky Helmet onto Cubone, mostly because, well, Fiora can't come to this next battle, and it can't be used until the gym fight's over. So honestly, I might as well just leave it, even take the item off it. Better than having it just kind of there on effectively a useless party slot. Realistically, what I should do is go back and pick up a Pokemon I'm never going to use. What I probably should have done was go back to the PC, pick up, drop off Fiora, pick up Veledibear, because I'm probably never going to use Veledibear, and just use that for a potential safe pivot in. Okay, that's Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave causing paralysis isn't exactly ideal, but I think I still have a Paralyze heal. Okay, Rock Throw did a little bit of damage, and Bubble Beam knocks out this Nose Pass, and it should just be Onix left. And just like with the Dwebble at the start of the gym, I'm going to hit it with Acid once. In order to break the Sturdy. Realistically, it would have probably been a bit faster for me if I'd actually used Toxic Spikes, because Toxic Spikes would have poisoned it and that would have just burnt through it regardless. Anyway, we can just Bubble Beam and finish this fight off. Rock Throw shouldn't knock us out. That was kind of scary, but we should knock out this Onix from here. Fantastic. We are now safe and ready for the gym battle. Okay, so let's just climb up this last bit of the rock wall before we challenge the gym leader. Also, how did they fit all of this inside that, tiny little cave? Whatever, it's a space in the game, isn't it? Okay, so let's use this Paralyze heal, get everyone sorted out, everyone healed up. Now, here is the issue. I know that he leads with Amora, so I'm actually going to lead with... No, wait. What has higher special attack? 58, 32. Yeah, this is definitely an Apollo fight, okay. So, I'm going to lead with Apollo for this, which may be a dangerous play, but I'm going to do it anyway. I've been waiting in eager anticipation. What have I been waiting for? For a worthy challenger to appear. It's quite an achievement to have climbed all the way up here. Very impressive, actually. I have a feeling that our battle will turn out to be worth the wait. I hope you'll show me that your skill as a trainer surpasses even mine. Okay, so, now we have the gym battle. So, Gym Leader Grant has 2 Pokemon. They will be boosted up to level 28, because they are normally level 25. And he has Amora and Tyrant. He has the Pokemon you normally get from the Jaw and the Sail Fossil. Now, this Amora has Thunder Wave, Rock Tomb, or Aurora Beam, and Takedown. So, I'm just going to go for Secret Sword, and hopefully one-shot it because it's quite effective. Hopefully that works as planned, and it does. Fantastic. That is a little bit of a concern, though, mostly because this does mean that the Tyrant could do a little bit of damage. It's more than likely going to go for a Rock Tomb, so I'm going to switch out to my Cubone to just eat the hit up as best I can. Because honestly, Cubone is my best effective wall for this. And that was still a decent chunk of damage. However, I can just go for Bone Meringue here. Bite will return a little bit of damage. I think I actually need to switch out. And we flinch. That's horrible, actually. Okay. I should outspeed with Skiploom. Skiploom is kind of here just as fodder regardless. So hopefully we can take a Stomp or a Bite and land a Stun Spore. If we can land a Stun Spore, Skiploom has served its purpose. I mean... Okay, Skiploom is dead. That's kind of sad, but honestly not that big of a loss. Now, honestly, I think Apollo should be able to probably take a hit. I think Apollo can probably take a hit, so I'm just going to go in with Secret Sword. I'm just going to go in with Secret Sword and hope for the best. Because if I outspeed, I can probably land 2. So let's just hit this. Secret Sword is a big attack. There's the Rock Tomb. That'll hit for more than half. No! Okay, that was incredibly stupid on my part. So I just lost that for nothing. And now I'm actually in danger. I think he's just out of healing range. But I think Tentacool should be able to finish it off with a Bubble Beam from this kind of range. And there we go. There goes Tyrant. Well, we won. But at what cost? You've proven to be a wall that I'm unable to surmount. Yeah, but you killed my bricks, and I'm not happy about it. There are some matters that seem there are some things that seem out of reach no matter how hard you try. However, it's important that you never give up, no matter the opponent or the odds. I can tell from our battle that you and your Pokemon understand that. To commemorate such an impressive show of teamwork, please accept the Cliff Badge. Man, I can't. I think that might be the earliest I've lost my starter now. But hey, we do now have badge number 2, and my level cap now goes all the way up to 33. With the Cliff Badge in your grasp, you should have no issues working together with Pokemon up to level 40. This even applies to Pokemon you've received from other people in a trade. And that's not all. You also get this. Shadow Punch. That could come in handy, actually. It's Rock Tomb. Yeah, we don't need that. Think about how you can improve yourself as well as the Pokemon that are always by your side. When you find the answer, that's when you'll truly be able to smile. Wait, what? And now that you've become a master wall climber and conquered this gym, it's about time you thought about how to apply your skills in other areas. Okay, there we go. So, we do have to tragically put our first 2 dead Pokemon into the death box. And honestly, the fact that my starter is one of them is kind of sad. But hey, I do have some options. I have options, I have workarounds. We should be okay. What's this? Another Skull Fossil. I'm pretty sure I already had a Skull Fossil. Well, you know what? I might as well quickly just run back to Ambret Town and see. Regardless of what it is I'm pretty sure I've already had I'm sure I've had a Skull Fossil before. So this will just become another, whatchamacallit? This will just become another, token. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. On the plus side, looking at the little positives, my level cap going up to 33 means I'll be able to have Tentacruel and Marowak by the time I challenge the next gym. So let's quickly revive this Skull Fossil and see what it is. Because this, I think this is one that I've already done. So, what are we getting? This is another Wynot. Okay, so this second Wynot is going to be another token. That I'll mention it when I use it. I'm not going to use my tokens right now. I'm going to save those for probably later on in the game. But hey, not going to complain about it, because now we have to make our way up towards Geosenge Town. And I've just remembered I have another boss fight coming up. Well, less of a boss fight, but it's still going to be one I'm a bit scared of, and probably need to play a little bit carefully around. But hey, I'll see what I can do. Okay, so, now that we're back in Cyllage City, let's quickly just drop all of our Pokemon off of Pokemon Center and get healed up. I could trade that Love Disc for that Typhlosion. This guy wanted a Love Disc for a Typhlosion. Honestly, now that I've lost my starter, that is actually a really tempting idea. I'm not going to right now, but it's an option. Also, as much as the Calm Wynot would probably be better, this was the second one I got, so that is going to go into the token box. But now, we commend Skiploom and Apollo to the death box. And now the question becomes, what do I replace them with? I mean, the obvious answer is I pick up the Charmander. But for now, I think I'm going to press on with just these 4. Is this going to be a bad idea? Probably, but hey. But hey, this is a problem I've created for myself. However, I do have a TM for Shadow Punch now, which means I can get a nice bit of coverage for, whatchamacallem, Cubone. Which is kind of nice. I'm actually going to get rid of Bone Club for this, because if there's one thing that Cubone was definitely suffering from, it was actually unreliable moves. Because he had a few unreliable moves in terms of their accuracy. Bone Club had an accuracy of 85. Like, it missed so often while I was grinding. Like, genuinely, it missed so often while I was grinding, I was genuinely concerned it was gonna die. Like, I was genuinely convinced it might not make it. Oh, whoa, welcome. Come right this way. So now we can get the bike. What timing you have, young man. Did you know that you are our 10,001st customer since we opened shop? Yes, lucky you. You are number 10,001. If you'd been number 10,000, then you would have gotten a bicycle for free. But as a runner-up, you still get the chance to win a bike by answering our quiz correctly. If you're ready, then here we go. Question is, do bikes come in more than one color? As we can see in the background, of course they do. Bing, 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 you are correct. I'm sure someone like you will love having one of our bikes. Which color will you go for, yellow or green? It's what you'll have for good, so choose carefully. Honestly, I do like the yellow, but I think it kind of stands out too much against the character, so I'm going to go for green. A green bicycle, that's grand. Now you can zoom all around Kalos. I'll be real, as much as I do now have that, I'm probably not really going to use it all that much, because I like the roller skates a bit more. However, I do... Honestly, before I head on over to Geosenge Town, which is where I'll be ending today's episode, honestly, I'm quickly going to pick up this Snubble and just teach it strength. Honestly, I probably should have taught it to, whatchamacallit? Brixen, that's what it's called, after it died, so I could just, you know, keep that. But honestly, I'm probably not going to use this Snubble, and I know there's a couple of TMs I can get access to now that I have strength, so, let's go check those out before we make our way on over towards Geosenge Town. I think that's what it's called. It's one that has all the rocks. It's one that has all the rocks and will play an important story purpose later on in the game. So, yeah, let's go. But first things first, up here we should have another TM, and I'm hoping it's a good one. So, let's quickly just shove this boulder over here. I'll push both boulders in here so I can get back to Camp Town a little faster. TM 36, Swift. So, anything that I could have taught Sludge Bomb, I can teach Swift. That's not really equivalent exchange, but whatever. So let's just push this over here. And what do you have to say? Okay. Okay, so yeah, now I can just go back to Route 8. Not Route 8, Route 7, if I want to, just a little bit faster. But that will be something I will be doing in between episodes, and honestly, I won't even need that too much after the next gym. Because after the next gym, I believe I get Fly. And honestly, well, I have a couple of bird Pokemon, so I can just fly away on those. I can just make my way over using those. Now, let's head on over here, because I know there's a TM on this route. And I should also pick up a couple of items with the dowsing machine if I can. Honestly, I would not mind getting an Eevee, because, well, in this game you get access to every Eevee evolution, and you get access to all of them before the end game. I mean, Leafeon is still really late. Like, Leafeon and Glaceon are unfortunately still a bit later than most of the others. Especially Leafeon. Leafeon is like the 8th gym. But you can have a... But you can get Sylveon in this one. Like, you get a good amount of options. Also, now may be a good time for me to remind myself, I do not remember how to do this puzzle. So, hopefully I'm doing this right, because if I'm not, I'm gonna feel really stupid. But I think I'm doing it. Yeah, because now I can just push this up here and approach it from the side. And this is a TM. I forget which TM it normally is. I think it's Thunder Wave or something. So this is TM03, Psycho Shift. So if something could normally learn... I think it's normally Water Pulse, or maybe it got moved to be Psy Shock in Gen 5? Also, I did accidentally battle this guy. And also, I want to try to avoid a couple of these little trainers. Now, let's also pull out the dowsing machine and try to find some items. A black flute, that could come in handy. That is telling me that may be back over there, so you know what, let's go pick those up before we do anything else. Yeah, there's definitely a hidden item or something over here. Is it going to be worthwhile? Possibly. A sweetheart? Honestly, I already have one, and it heals like 20 HP. That wasn't really worth coming all the way back out my way for. Does this want to be a second shiny on this route? No, it doesn't. I don't actually have a shiny Golurk. Shiny Golurk looks really cool though, especially when it evolves and becomes Golurk. Like, that is probably one of the better shinies from Gen 5, and Gen 5 has some really good shinies. I do know that for one of the movies, I think it was like the first black and white movie, they actually had a special event on where it was like in one game you would get a shiny Hydreigon, and in one you get a shiny Golurk. Obviously, as a local Hydreigon enjoyer, I would definitely want the Hydreigon. And that is a Blazikenite. I mean, my odds of getting a Blaziken are very low, and that is Team Flare. Stuff right there. I remember you. You're the one who foiled our fossil finding plans. And now you're here, standing around these stones. Do you even have any idea what they are? Of course you don't. You know nothing about the legend about... Sorry. You know nothing about what the legend of 3,000 years ago that set as... Wait, what does it say? Oh, whatever. Who cares about that? Who cares about all that? It's time for me to get some sweet revenge with style. He is not going to get revenge, and is it really styling if every single one of... Like, if everyone in your group is wearing the exact same outfit, is it styling? That's the real question here. And now we can just hit him with the bone meringue. Honestly, I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that he landed Smog, or the fact that I also landed bone meringue in the same turn. And, well, we just got the one-shot crit. Very nice. Great job from Cubone. Cubone will evolve when it hits level 28, I think. And this is going to be a perfect time to switch out to Fiora and just spam Headbutt. Because, honestly, well, I do think Cubone could take out the Golbat, but genuinely I think it's probably just going to be faster for me to spam Stab Headbutts. Because, well, turns out, well, you know, we're still relatively early game. And, you know, we just have 2 badges at the end in episode, what, 5? Yeah, so, could be worse, but hey, Stab Headbutt does a lot of damage early game. It's why Zigzagoon is so good in Gen 3, I think. What the? How can I lose again to a little punk like you? What are you, some kind of trainer prodigy or something? And what does he have to say? I see. Roger that. Gotta love the Holocaster. I can get updates on my mission in real time with this stylish device. Whoever thought this thing up must have been one truly stylish individual too. On that note, it's time for me to scram with style. I mean, I can't really argue, like, I'm not gonna argue, like, those are some nice suits. It must be here. Yeah, there it is. A Hondu Berry, that's gonna do nothing! Honestly, I think I'm gonna try to avoid a couple of other trainers here. I think that Pokeball there is normally a Thunderstone. I honestly would not mind having a Sigilif on the team. Honestly, escaping from this thing might be a problem though. And Psywave could be a problem. That's 18. I should be able to get out here. There we go. Safe. We are now safe. And I'm going to have to go around and risk fighting this Psychic. So let's try to dodge him real quick. Relic Copper. Can I even sell that in this game? I know it's an item that, like, is mostly there for... No! No. Safe. Okay. That could have been really bad. But yeah, I know that that's an item that's mostly there for Gen 5. Can't you see we adults are busy? Don't interrupt our work, kid. Okay, so Team Flare Grunt number 2 has an Electrike. I will say Electrike is really cool, and I love the shade of blue the shiny is. I think the shade of blue for... I don't know, I think it's a slightly different one than they use for Manectric. I think shiny Manectric turns... Yeah, I think shiny Manectric is like black, I think? I might be wrong. I haven't seen shiny Manectric in a very long time. And their second Pokemon is a Croagunk. Croagunk is a cool Pokemon. I like Croagunk. I also love being able to just spam Boomerang because it just works. If I had the thick club for Cubone, that would be even better. Unfortunately, I don't think my odds of getting one are very high. Like, maybe if I find a Pokemon that learns Thief or have a TM for it. But otherwise, I don't think I can actually get one. Which honestly is really sad, because I would love to be able to get the thick club for it. Because that makes it even better. I inspect the stones. Sorry, you inspect the stones. I inspect you. What does that even mean? Like, genuinely, Team Flagrant, what does that even mean? You are making no sense. Anyway, this thing is level 26. Fun fact, this thing should evolve at level 26. And Boomerang hits once, and hits twice, and there goes the Gulpin. Problem solved. Problem dealt with. And with that, we are now free to make our way to Geosenge Town. Fantastic. Because, honestly, we are... well, we're now done with this route. Oh, no. Oh, no. Honestly, anytime I encounter a random trainer that I don't remember their team, I kind of worry a little bit. Drifloon would have been a problem about 20 minutes ago, but now that I have Shadow Punch, we can actually solve this problem. Because Shadow Punch doesn't miss. Which, honestly, I think that's first. It moved first on the turn. I don't need to worry too much. Also, I think that's kind of fitting, because, you know, Shadow Punch, because Shadow, Ghost, that was bad. You know, Shadow, Ghost brings it back to, like, brings it all, I guess it kind of brings it full circle. Because, you know, first time you can find Cubone is in the Pokemon Tower, and that's the ghost of the Cubone's mother, and that's Ghost. Then, also, Alolan Marowak is part Ghost type, I think. Yeah, I think it's Ghost Fire for Alolan Marowak. And also, my Cubone's namesake comes from Ryuji in Persona 5, and the main cast of Persona 5 are Phantom Thieves, so it all just loops back. It all just loops back and makes perfect sense. And we are forgetting Acid and learning Acid Spray immediately. Acid Spray is effectively the same move in terms of power, but it just shreds. It shreds through the special defense stat. I think it drops by like 2 stages. And now Pachirisu comes in. This thing's probably going to go for Spark or Nuzzle or something. So I'll just switch back out, go to Cubone, and finish it off with the Boomerang. Okay, there's Nuzzle. I don't think this thing should have Hyper Fang or anything, so I should be safe. There's Endure. And that doesn't make any difference because it will now drop to the Sandstorm. So it'll take the 2 hits from the Boomerang, and then it'll drop to the Sandstorm. Fantastic. Okay, problem solved, issue resolved, momentary panic over. I mean, I have another panic as soon as I leave town, but, well, that's something for future me to worry about. But hey, we have now made it to Geosenge Town. The Town of Stones, which, honestly, at this current moment in time doesn't actually have much to do with the game, but hey, we'll be coming back here much later in the game, and I will be ending off today's episode in just a second. And Team 66, Bug Buzz! That's huge. Payback doubles in power. Wait, so I can teach Bug Buzz to anything that could learn Payback? Okay, that is going on Tentacool immediately. So we are getting rid of... I'm getting rid of Supersonic in place of Bug Buzz. That's huge. Like, Bug Buzz could come in super handy. And let's quickly just drop off Snubble as I end off today's episode. So, today we managed to win our second badge. Unfortunately, we did lose a couple of our Pokemon in the process. As per here, we acquired a bike, we got some new TMs, we got our second badge, and we made it all the way up to Geosenge Town. Next time, I'm going to leave Geosenge Town and make my way towards Cyllage City. I don't know how it's meant to be pronounced. Anyway, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.